Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Oregon Ducks taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wolverines offense will have the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking for a man. It's Orgy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Wolverines line up to punt it away.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the ball for the first time. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy. He's going to make it interesting back there.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
To the ground. He's got it again. He breaks a tackle. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Oh, man, this is big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Snagged in the middle, it's Holden. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Morgan.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Orji. Makes his connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, going to the air. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll try the run. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Quarterback will audible. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. On the move, he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Got room at the 35. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal block on the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the ground, back. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the 1st quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one to forcing the negative play.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Right back to it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He'll pull it down at the 45 on his way. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback moving. He'll fire to his right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd down after that incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Orji. Looking to the big tight end. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
He'll pull it on the read. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards. He gets a hand on it. That's a live ball. Defense has it. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Quick release by the QB. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th-down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Leaves it with the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick pass on the jet motion. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And into the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wolverine.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down for this offense. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, what a move! Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Ferguson. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of that.
down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Trying to get, and here's a fumble way behind the line. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Third and goal from way back there. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Casper. And he'll be brought down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He got it. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll go back to the air on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's out past the 35. The expressway is wide open. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Feeling some heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On third down, going up top. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid proof. And it's a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter after the field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Florida.
Got it in the middle. It's Stewart.
We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back.
Man, the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball security. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands. Make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Morris. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Pocket starts to collapse. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Orji. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Breaks it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. The AT unit on the field. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some soft passes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll throw it on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After they couldn't connect. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Gabriel. Getting some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He lowers those pads. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? He gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Direct snap. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
These are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little. Touchdown, Wolverine! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take Jesse that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps.